And we're back. The Game 3 decider, the last game of today's Summit 4 Europe action. And me and Fog just looked at each other, shook our heads. What the hell are Virtus.Pro doing?
They just, I guess they don't like Doom.
Well, I mean, if they didn't like it, they would maybe ban it. They also think the hero is apparently not all that good. I mean, they take SF,
10
but...
seconds remaining.
I mean, I guess it's a tough spot. You don't want to give IO to OG Dota.
remaining.
Tusk, I mean, Crit's actually renamed himself 11 after the Tusk
Reserve
god
time.
himself,
Yeah.
out of China. A hero he can play incredibly well. Moon can also play the hero.
But is it worth giving up the Doom?
I mean, I guess if you give them Tusk, you can still get, like... I mean, you just give them Tusk instead of Doom. I feel like you'd rather they have Tusk than Doom.
Well, you know what? It happened. They're going to have to find a way to deal with it.
Eh,
They wanted the Shadow Fiend, obviously. They knew the Doom was there. They're aware of what they're doing. Let's see what they opt for.
yes.
OG goes for their standard Beastmaster right afterwards.
Who are we to question FNG?
Yep.
Likely, like, Winter Wyvern type pick possibly here. Although the Winter Wyvern was a bit of a miss last game, I guess, for them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll want it as much this time around. And with Beastmaster Doom, it's not all about, like, it's not like we're seeing what's kind of become the 6.85 style of physical damage drafts where, well, for OG's side at least. Ooh, I like this better, actually.
That's one that's the other one. I was like, what ban are we missing?
Yeah,
I was like, there's something, because there's a Dazzle ban, and I didn't really notice it. Yeah.
There's some weird bans this game.
Darkseer coming out, pretty good hero. Been picked a lot more commonly.
Yeah. Does mean at least OG should be somewhat safe in thinking, probably no Brood this game.
10 seconds
Don't know if you
remaining.
still ban the Brood when you see the Darkseer, but probably not as necessary.
5 seconds
I
remaining.
wonder how OG responds to this. They don't really put the Doom. I mean, I don't know if I've seen them play Doom too much, but they don't really put the Doom short lane, right? Not really.
No, and I've seen it once or twice where it's been like a safe lane. It's still Moon playing it in like a 1v1, and then they aggro tri lane.
Because I know teams used to do it versus the Darkseer. You know, you eat the Ion Shell creep, and it's not so bad. You get the farm, and blah blah blah. But I don't think that's this team's style.
So No-Tail the Beastmaster, they're looking for a Miracle Hero. Could be a just Gyrocopter. I mean, the Gyrocopter's been losing Dota games, but teams still really like running it.
Yeah, it was definitely gonna probably be the anti-mage. That was one they were looking at, but
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna. Yeah, it got banned out right away.
So no AM, which means,
And they're fearing the Jakiro. Look at crit, putting fear in people's hearts.
Well, the other thing is, it's not necessarily Beastmaster mid. It could be Beastmaster safe lane with a support to help him zone Darkseer, and then they get a Miracle Hero for the mid lane.
Yeah.
But Ember also still in the pool, not so much as a mid laner, but as a potential safe lane hero if they want to run the Beastmaster mid. One of Miracles. I mean, Miracle's got a lot of heroes left. The Ember, the Wind Ranger.
Invoker.
Yeah, Invoker, I think you're looking at, they've played quite a bit lately.
Yeah, they've had it. They usually do it when they have a semi-carry, though.
Which, right now, I feel like his hero needs to be more like the actual carry, which be like a Wind Ranger or...
Yeah. They picked
Gyrocopter, kind
Razor.
of.
They picked Razor sometimes. Not sure how good that is. Yeah, it's
Not great against like a Darkseer SF team fight, necessarily.
Lina. Yeah, Lina, Windrunner, Invoker, Razor. Pretty much the heroes he plays. They have a Juggernaut, too, one of these games.
See what OG's next ban is going to be. Juggernaut taken out.
Radiant
Still the
team
Silencer there, which we kind of talked about being a key pick going back to game number 1 for Virtus.Pro.
Yeah. These two heroes, though, Beastmaster and Doom, are pretty decent. Doom is a little bit slower of a cast animation, but stopping a roar is kind of hard. You know, he's gonna usually get the jump on you because he has the vision of you, because of the hawk and all that.
Yeah. It's where often OG would pick up a Lich now, with like the Lich Doom. They did not get banned out
10
this time around. They
seconds remaining.
prioritized the ban onto the Jakiro instead.
That is a possibility for sure. Yeah.
There's a lot of
5
their
seconds
supports left, like
remaining.
Lich, Undying. Is I guess Jakiro banned out, but
They're using a lot of their time, all their reserve, the last of their reserve time, and they do just go for it.
it's a safe option, I guess. But
Virtus.Pro
It's comfort
turn
as
to
well.
pick.
And I'm pretty sure that Fly is one of the better Liches in the world. Every time I see him play this hero, he's just like 4-0. I'm like, how do you go 4-0 on like a Lich? And he's farmed, and he's like, he's all over the map. I'm like, how's he? He's just moving around constantly. Just plays it very well. Even though it's not a hero that you would say that's like a huge skill cap, he's still where he needs to be, which is the important part.
okay, so next couple of supports. Visage still in the pool. I wonder if you go back for it. It's pretty nice. You're on the dire side. You're near the Roche advantage. You've got SF
5
minus
seconds
armor.
remaining.
And you have Lil.
And you've got Lil. Yeah, it doesn't really... Yeah, none of those things...
Most important.
You've got Lil. Just big business.
Reserve time.
I don't see why not. It's gives them some decent control and protection from the familiars. And yeah, I mean, exactly. You've got Lil.
High burst for team fights. Helps versus the Doom.
And they just want some kind of tempo controlling safe lane farmer for Illidan. The Sven, the Wraith King, whatever it may be. Wraith King with SF is always great. Like that's something which EG were doing going back to MLG. Secret started doing a bit as well. I hear that benefits a lot from the lifesteal. Doom does not like to go Ags anymore, and that's where if you get doomed, you just keep right clicking. You're getting that lifesteal.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind seeing a Wraith King out of VP.
Yeah, like a lot of pub people have been saying, you know, it's like, oh, when someone picks Doom, it's like somebody pick Wraith King. You know, it's just it's good in the lane versus him as well because, you know, the stun has a tapering slow. If you have other strong supports, you're able to chase him down.
Radiant
Now VP
team
goes for their Bane.
Huh. So wanting some kind of single target lockdown to match what the Beastmaster brings to the table, but not really like any clear obvious targets for a Fiend's Grip or the Bane right now.
Yeah, just a strong laner. They don't want the Doom to get away with anything because they're assuming this is going to be like the Doom Lich dual lane.
Yeah.
The Bane can just kind of move around, maybe just be obnoxious.
Curious to see if it's going to be looking to
10
set up for any
seconds
kind of
remaining.
Illidan pick that may combo with the Bane, like
It's
from
like,
Off of the
Mirana.
Nightmare. Yeah,
5 seconds remaining.
the Mirana, the one that comes to mind. A Leshrac, I think they need something tankier in the front line, so they will look for more like the Sven type pick, the
So
Wraith
what's
King.
OG's going to pick what? Like Wind Ranger? Yeah.
10
I'm thinking like Wind
seconds
Ranger maybe?
I think Wind Ranger is really solid. Wind Ranger or
5
Embers.
seconds remaining.
Gyro.
Gyro,
Yeah.
okay.
They want some more AoE.
Strong.
Virtus
Some more
Pro
burst.
turn to
Winner
They're-
it takes a little bit too much to ramp up. They want some early game consistency.
And their team fight was somewhat lacking as well with
Yeah.
the heroes. And it will be
okay,
a Lesh.
Bane Lesh. That's a pretty good combo.
Radiant
To see if
team
it's
back.
an Illidan. I mean, I talked about they want saying taker on the front lines. Lesh can build tanky, but whether this is a support Lesh or a core Lesh, we'll have to wait and see. Have you
I
Illidan
think
play
it'll
Lesh?
be I think it'll be an Illidan Lesh, yeah. But then again, they could throw it on like Lil or
10
something.
seconds
We don't really
remaining.
know
No.
for sure, but that looks like it would be the core hero.
5
Alright.
seconds remaining.
So last pick's coming out. OG need a support. VP likely looking for
Virtus.Pro
that full position
turn
Lil
to
hero.
battle.
A Spirit
nice-
Breaker ban.
Nice band, because
Yeah.
OG's doing dual lanes. They don't want to get contested by some Spirit Breaker, Darkseer. Their Gyro would get pretty heavily punished by that.
It just seems like a good hero to fit VP's lineup here. Having someone kind of tankier in the front line to initiate. You don't
10
really like
seconds
Darkseer's
remaining.
vacuum is more like the counterplay to once the team fight
Radiant
breaks out.
team picked.
VP banning the Silencer this time around.
So not what they had in mind. I mean, it could just be a good Earthshaker game for VP, I feel, in a lot of ways. Just having a fissure set up can help protect the SF pretty well in the mid lane, but
Bane Lesh. I mean, VP's lineup looks pretty strong. Bane
10
got even better
seconds
once they
remaining.
picked the Gyro, in my opinion, because
But-
now they have like Enfeeble and all that. But at the same time,
5
OG's lineup
seconds
has
remaining.
Doom.
yes, and they have
So-
they have vision advantage. Now Rubik, great pick here.
Virtus
Bane's not really gonna be able.
turn
It's a
to
great
pick.
pick to counter the Bane. Good spells to steal all over the place, and just an extra lockdown early on, which they are most definitely lacking.
And Rubik Gyro always a solid lane, and that's going to cause Darkseer some problems as far as getting experience and getting much out of there. Do we dare see a hero that we haven't seen much of? Bounty Hunter, Darkseer Bounty. Does that work this game? I mean, is it too kind of all in like aggression or?
10 seconds
It could
remaining.
it could probably work, but OG then has
5
actually the
seconds
5-man wouldn't be
remaining.
too bad from VP either.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I think the Spirit
just-
Breaker would have been a better partner for the Darkseer, but Bounty's
Reserve
not bad.
time.
It's just kind of fallen off. I haven't even really seen people look at it
5
relatively
seconds
recently.
remaining.
It's only like secret.
Yeah. Who first pick the hero? Well, okay.
Out of
Abaddon.
the box. That's good versus Beastmaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good versus Doom.
And it's just heals in general. So yeah, you keep alive whoever's getting doomed.
Unless you get doomed.
This is, and then you're probably happy because your,
Yeah.
your SF and Lesh aren't getting doomed. So that's not the end of the world for you. To see how they look to kind of lane this as well, whether that Abaddon will be pairing up with the Darkseer or more geared towards protecting the mid lane of SF or even just your safe lane. Kind of flexible pick in that sense.
I don't even remember the last time I've seen an Abaddon. I'm just thinking back. It's been ages. Yeah, I think CDEC was the last
Yeah.
team.
And it was a complete flop.
10
Yeah, it was a
Memory,
total
like-
disaster. But that's an off lane, you know. That's
Yeah.
very different than a
5
support.
seconds remaining.
All right.
So yeah, core Leshrac, obviously.
So, something a bit different coming out from the two teams here in our Game 3 decider here at the Summit for Europe. One of these two teams getting knocked out. The other will survive another day. I mean, it's a tough road. You'd think like this kind of matchup, like you win this to stay alive, and then not only you've got to verse NIP tomorrow, if you win that, you've then got to verse Team Empire. There's a lot of teams you have to beat. This one, though, probably the toughest match for these two teams, because I feel like either of these two teams would be favored against NIP or Empire, but...
Yeah.
It's more the fact you have to go through match after match, even if you would be favorites coming
It's
out.
just in the back of your head, you know. Like,
Yeah.
got to
Like-
think game to game, but it's still going to be there like, crap, if we win this, got to play again. Just got to keep pushing through it.
Yeah, and that's where Empire, even though they were underdogs today, it's like, well, even when we lose, we have one more best of 5 chance. Even though we'll be underdogs again in that best of 5. It's weird to say, like, a team in the winner bracket final is an underdog twice in a row, but very much a team who's still trying to find themselves. But they at least have that comfort knowing that, hey, they win either best of 5, they're at the LAN. And for all it takes is one bad day for either of these two teams, VP or OG, and suddenly they're losing to a team that they were maybe favored to beat.
Yep.
So here we go. Early TPs come out. Fly on the Lich will TP down bottom. Look to put down an early ward. This time in a slightly different position. Doesn't look like the early roaming sentry is going to come out. FNG does have 2, though, in hand.
This looks like dual lanes. No, not really dual lanes. This looks just like they're going to leave Phobos to do his own thing, and FNG's just kind of going to go wherever he feels he's needed.
Yep. Oh, look at these great manners from both teams. Have fun. Good luck. Have fun. Here we go. Top room going to be look to be OGs, and VP headed that way somewhat themselves, although G on the SF is indecisive as to where he wants to go.
Spotted the side ward.
Ah. That's
Ping,
handy.
ping, ping,
Yep.
ping, ping, ping.
It's always interesting watching like the
30
teams,
seconds
how they
to
use the
battle.
mini-map as far as pings and lines go and trying to like interpret what they're saying.
It
Kuro
makes-
with Liquid's one of the players who draws on the mini-map a ton.
Yeah.
Like whenever I'm casting it, I'm just like, oh, this is what Liquid are going to do, because Kuro's just like laid out their entire game plan on the mini-map for me. It's great.
He's like ping, 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 ping. Look, you see G's pinging his lane. He's like, somebody block for me. Somebody go block.
Yep.
I got this, Rory.
Well, looks like Bane's going to head. They make sure there's no fight, and then Bane
Battle
immediately heads back. But
Lil just skills brain sap right away too. Doesn't save his skill point. The mana change is really nice. 70 mana for the 90 pure damage. You can get 4 of them off as a Bane, plus a Mango. Then you get 6 of them off. 6 brain saps at level 1.
I mean, it looks like he may just come to lane and start spamming Brain Sap out if he really wants to, but
Yep.
Moon not even going to the offlane right now. It's going to be a solo offlane Lich. He wants to at least grab a creep first, and knowing that that big camp is likely inaccessible, although not the case right now. We could have actually got one up there, but there's a safer way to play things as a Doom.
It's this like the TP change is really nice that they did the 75 gold, because now you know that them TPing down to lane ward makes it so worth it, because now they're gonna counter that obs ward that's on the side, get the gold and the experience. You should probably just tango it.
Maybe we see a gyro.
He tangoed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Tango on the ward giving double regens, pretty cool change too that you sometimes see helping out.
Yeah.
Like if
for
you're
sure.
tanking an Iron Shell, you're getting low, and you're like, oh, there's a ward here. I'll come and Tango it. It's nice little changes, but... So here we go. Lanes unravel, and it will be a Darkseer Abaddon lane. I mean, how do you see Rubik Gyro handling this one?
They'll get farmed. They'll be okay. Darkseer's just gonna get his levels, you know, safely now. They can't really go for any kills at all.
And Miracle, yeah, getting CS just fine. And if anything, Darkseer having some of his experience leech is sometimes an issue, because this is a hero that does need a lot of levels to really come online.
Abaddon too, though. You want your Abaddon to have a couple levels.
Yep.
It's very nice to have both spells.
So Moon's already returned top lane. It will be a straight up 2v2 now with Bane, Leshrac. This is like going way old school, like classic Dota 1 days. 2-1-2 all across the map. None of this tri-lane nonsense.
Yep. No tails checking to make sure, seeing if anybody went over to stack, and nope, no stacks coming out on the side of VP except for that one hard camp. But it looks like Moon is gonna block it.
This top rune's important for No Tail at mid. He's gone for the bottle rush, and looks like Lil will be able to snag it for himself, and that means No Tail gonna be forced to bottle Crow or wait out the regen rune at bottom, which looks like luckily 11 or Crit was there to camp for him. And he will be able to secure himself an early regen rune.
Noto's just bringing creeps with him. No problem.
Yeah.
I think I'll just farm him over here.
We can just axe him down and pop the regen afterwards.
Yep.
Oop, missing a little bit in this mid lane as G's there, happily denying what he can.
I think he only missed, what, 2? 2 CS?
One or even maybe one. I saw
Maybe
one
one.
for sure. He'll get this one denied, but it's unlikely to contest anyway. SF though with souls now. This is where the lane gets tricky for a Beastmaster who's going to get denied a lot. He's going to have to try and axe a lot of the time to even get CS.
That battle for the range creep.
Hmm.
Oh, top lane. Moon. Okay, use the Edict.
He's been a little bit careful. The Nightmare is there. They're going to set a stun off for this. The Edict not breaking the Nightmare just yet. Moon now in trouble. Another Brain Sap comes out. Edict about to wear off. 1 or 2 more right clicks should be enough. He's got a salve. He'll pop it, but it's not enough. The double right clicks will finish off a first blood. On to Doom.
Nicely played there. He distanced himself from the sleep so it wouldn't wake him up instantly.
Yep.
So he'd get the stun off. And an interesting build. He didn't go for the lightning also. He went for the Edict instead.
Definitely helping to secure that kill. Illidan now will be pushed back a little bit. So VP strike first here in game number 3. Does help out this top lane quite a lot. Illidan getting the last hit as well, so... They wanted Fly. Lich, if you ever catch him with a Nightmare or a Split Earth, it's a guaranteed kill on the Lich practically with these 2 heroes in the top lane. Level 4 Leshrac and a level 3 Bane.
So much base damage on both the heroes just for right clicks. Great animations, and then of course the pure damage.
Here we go,
Top
another
rune
rune.
Again. Looks like No Tail gets this one.
Hasn't got his bottle just yet. But with a Radiant Ward there, he realizes he's in no rush to pick it up. And a haste rune for Rubik. So we'll see Rubik come back towards the bottom lane. DK Phobos may need to be a little bit careful. There is a Mango on Gyrocopter, but it doesn't look like he wants to push forward to go for any sort of a kill. It'll just be a Surge escape. So Phobos has been left alone for now. It looks like FNG is actually rotating towards mid to offer some assistance.
Looks like OG's lane's going a little bit better other than that 1 kill.
Yeah.
Just the Lich denying a bit more.
I mean, SF is almost twice the CS of Beastmaster, which I guess you'd somewhat expect, with SF not being pressured level 1.
Yeah, looks like Moon's going to go down here.
Another kill coming out. Illidan actually getting low himself. Has the Edict still running, but not look for a second kill.
Alright, now, never mind.
Yeah.
They are pressuring the CS on Illidan, but they are giving him some kills, and VP's G's doing so well in the mid lane.
Yeah, 2 of the 3 lanes being at least somewhat won by VP, and the off lane for Darkseer is at least in a pretty good position. 14 CS, some farm. Here we go mid lane. They've gone in looking for G here with the Roar. Lich rotates as well. They get the 1 kill. FNG got throwing back. Great telekinesis.
Holy shit,
They get
Moon.
the kill on Rubik,
Moon's
but
on in.
he'll think twice.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That telekinesis on FNG, preventing either a shield or a miscall, that would have probably saved... I don't know if it saves his life, because Doom also comes in, but would have forced OG to commit a lot more to kill off G there.
Right away, though, look, Fly. Rotating. Gets a kill.
I mean, you talked up his Lich. We're seeing it here.
I did.
His play in the top lane was on point as well, not ever getting caught out by the Nightmare or the Split Earth. There we go, Moon will back off. He's
Good player.
current farm and XP, despite the 2 deaths, is solid. He's going to hit level 5 soon. And we saw last game, and he had an even worse start last game as far as how much he was getting in the way of levels and farm. So across the board, it will be SF keeping back mid, healing up FNG a bit with this bottle, and continuing to farm. Stacks, not really there for either player. As Doom will start jungling it up, SF will get his first stack now from FNG.
Yeah, that's where I forgot what I was going to say. I feel like lost my train of thought when I was saying the lanes. I was going to say because they don't really have too many stacks coming out for the SF, but getting some kills. The game is basically dead even.
Yeah. And very much the execution around the 2 teams' lineup is going to be more important here. No Tail with whenever he's got Raw available, likely to look for key kills like he just found on the SF. You've got Gyro, who's going to hit level 6 now, who's now got a good amount of kill potential himself. And Gyro plus Beastmaster can kill anyone on the map, and it looks like it's going to be bottom lane. They get the Darkseer, telekinesis into a cooldown. Exactly what I was kind of talking about with the cooldown timing, and it's a very spammable ultimate. It'll be right back up in another 40 seconds or so.
Yeah, very nicely done. Moon's picking up his level 6 right now in the jungle, and I believe his Tranquil Boots if he wants to go for those.
I mean, OG's lineup just gets a lot scarier with any of their level 6s. Cooldown, Doom, Lich Chain Frost, they've got a lot of kill potential just based off their level timings. Side of VP, it's a bit more about farm and item timings. The Darkseer mech the SF with a whatever he may be going for. He just needs to tank up some. And the Leshrac as well, you just need some survivability and HP to go with your early game levels.
G gets his little bit of his jungle started, gets his Aquila, his bottle.
And here we go. Doom on the move, looking to flank around this bottom lane. DK Phobos seems aware of this, though. Did have a ward near the bottom river, so he will not get caught out by this rotation. Fairly freshly planted ward, and it looked like Moon thought that since it's 7 minutes in, the level 1 wards have expired, there wouldn't be anything there to scout this out. And they may be baiting this one. TP available on SF, although he's a bit low on mana. See how much pressure they look to put on. They can catch a telekinesis. Phobos just going to draw aggro off the tower with an Iron Shell.
Yeah, that's the aggression should probably stop from OG.
And from OG, they've got to realize, like, VP are somewhat wary of what's going on here with how they're defending this tier 1 tower.
Yeah, definitely.
But Moon is going to be persistent, and until now, looks like he may be looking to back off. Phobos goes for another surge, Iron Shell, and Moon shows himself, backs off, and look at this damage from Illidan. He's got level 4 Edict, and he's got this tier 2 top tower down to half HP already. It's no-tell, though. Oh, won't get hit by the raise. He got very low off of this. There's no brain sap just yet. The rotation from Crits Rubik will be enough to scare any potential chase. And VP narrowly missed a kill there on no-tell, it looks like. Who did put the roar on cooldown, so I believe a defensive roar to save his own life.
Yep, not too bad, forcing the roar. Oh, whoa. Fly almost just chain frosted top. He held it. It's close.
It wouldn't have been a kill, so...
Yeah, Illidan's just keeping top lane occupied. Fly put that ward down on top of the tower that died as well, so he can see any movement that's coming in. He's just safe to farm this lane for a bit.
And Illidan just, looking to tank up. He's picked up the Vit booster, so getting some just HP that he needs to be able to fight and survive a Raw, cooldown, Doom, whatever it may be. Mid lane, here we go. No-tell's back, but no Raw. There's telekinesis and axes. This is just very much trying to force out TPs, and TPs will come. Two from the side of VP. One gets cancelled. Well, that's one way to force some teleports.
Yeah, just bring out the boar, and they're like, "Oh no, it's a boar!"
And they knew the roll was on cooldown, but I guess worried about a Doom or someone popping up.
The way he played it looked like something else was going on. They're like, "Oh my god, he's just running in!" And oh, okay, never mind, just a boar.
Yeah, that was nice aggression from OG, or fake aggression. And just knowing that these TPs are on cooldown gives the side lanes a bit of extra info to play around.
Yeah. Let's see, will Moon go for Midas again?
TP smoke, here we go. They're going to leave Doom around in the jungle, continue to farm, but the other 4 heroes ready to fight around the Raw cooldown.
They're going to wrap around the mid tower again. Probably the same movement they did the last game.
Now it's just Lil that they see. They want to drop the ward probably.
Yeah, they're going to put the ward down.
It is daytime, so they've got a lot of good vision here. No-tell ready with a Raw. Who's it going to go on?
They don't need the
Oh, it's maybe on G. The Raw is there. G. Oh, the Chain Frost doesn't bounce too much further. DK Phobos still low, and Moon's actually showing up with a Doom on FNG. 3 dead. OG. Demolish them. Lil gets 1 return kill, but he's going to pay for this with his life, and Rubik gets a double kill.
They didn't even need to... I forgot that he summoned a Hawk. They didn't even need to waste the ward there. So
yeah.
VP will probably put a sentry down thinking that there's a ward there, but... Yeah, standard rotation. Same exact thing they did the last game. Like, literally exactly the almost same timing.
They're going to look to TP in and fight this one. Illidan's dead. Ooh, that Split Earth was ugly. Moon now in some trouble. Without a Scorched Earth, it's up in 7 seconds, but will not have it in time. That Doom nerf. FNG on the front lines is not level 6 just yet. He gets low, but we'll survive this one for now. Illidan, no points in the Lightning Storm, doesn't have the best long-range harass. It's going to be a Fiend's Grip, but another misstun from Illidan. He's just in the middle of things fighting. He's going to bring down the Lich, and this is actually going to work out A-OK for him. The Iron Shell Leshrac doing some serious damage here on the front lines. Needs to hit another stun here. Can he do so without the Lightning Storm? No-tell just running in a straight line, and Illidan going to actually take a lot of damage from those axes. He gets the kill barely. That was some ballsy play from No-tell that almost paid off.
Overcommitted their welcome a bit. I don't think they expected VP to just 5-man train right after that. Just bring everybody to the mid lane.
Hey, you use Raw on cooldown, we're going to fight you right away. That's some of the value having this early on in the game. You're all still fairly low level. So, a pretty even trade in the end with OG winning the initial team fight, but VP striking back. If anything, it's VP favored as they now put together a 2,000 gold league and secure a tier 1 tower, something OG did not do with their team fight victory.
And he did opt for the Midas on the Doom.
Yeah, securing some late game farm here. FNG gets down a deep ward, which will go undetected.
And gets his level 6 from that last team fight.
Very
Good stuff.
common pub ward, but not something you see all that much in pro games, so unlikely to be dewarded right away by OG.
Oh, nice ward by Crit. Spots out that FNG is putting down that other jungle ward.
Yep.
I know there's like lines and pings and everything. Looks like Crit's trying to tell Miracle, like, be careful. Looks like they're trying to do something bottom lane.
They're holding onto this haste rune now. Looks like
Yeah, look at the line to the mid lane, drawn by Crit.
they smoke up. They were at the mid lane, but it looks like they're going to head towards top instead. G, have they spotted him? They're very close. They caught a bit of vision, a little glimpse. They'll have the Hawk for scouting, and G's going to be careful. Has got a TP. They may just sack this. He's got no protection up here for now. He needs to TP ASAP. Is he going to get out in time? It doesn't look like it. The smoke here, and they have the Hawk for vision over the trees. G, he stayed too long. I don't think he's getting out of this one. The axes will come in. Does he go for the TP? No, it looks like OG are kind of scared to engage. They'd known that he was as alone as he was. They may have gone for that dive, but...
Illidan's going for Atos. He bought the Atos on Lush.
Ooh.
Dire's top tower is
Bit
under
different.
attack.
Well, a
Don't
good
see
way to
that
set
too
up your
often.
stun. Yeah, without the lightning storm.
Radiant's bottom tower
Close
is
the
under
gap.
attack.
I was wondering why he would go for the VIP booster over the point booster as his first item, and like it's 50 more extra hit points, but very much the point booster, if you're going Bloodstone, is always the first pickup, and that explains it.
Yeah, and Miracle is not even nowhere near a BKB in any way, so if he just gets Atos in a fight, he's not moving.
Well, great to prevent the rocket barrage damage. Great against the Doom as well, who relies a lot on his mobility in the fight. I like the pickup here. Looks like Illidan looking to pressure down this bottom tier 2 tower. No glyph available, and with Edict, this should be pretty straightforward tier 2 tower, and VP a lot of objectives across the map. Whether or not they can defend their tier 1 tower now will be tested in the mid lane. They're smoked up and ready for a flank. Even if they lose this, they may be able to win a team fight that follows. Glyph will come out, and OG trying to commit to this one. Illidan leading forward, has
Every
that
ult is up.
Atos, goes in on Miracle. The stun going to be off the mark though. Fiend's Grip is there. The cooldown catches everyone. The Chain Frost will cancel the Fiend's Grip. Now Moon looks to finish off the tier 1 tower. They bring down the Darkseid to start things off. Oh, Illidan, that missed stun. That's pretty costly.
Insane how fast you see all the ults get expended. It is in like a 3-second time, you see all of OG's ults just get thrown on people. I was about to say, it looks like it could be a weird fight for VP as well, because Illidan only had 300 mana going into that fight.
Oh, yeah.
Fight got split up, Darkseer just kind of ran in, while Moon kind of just ran in, and they both... Moon didn't end up dying, Darkseer ends up dying. But
And Darkseid didn't get off his... Did he have his mech for that fight? He didn't use it if he did. I'm not
Think
sure if
he
he
got-
picked it up back at base.
I think he got disabled.
Well.
I didn't see the mech go off, though, for sure.
Not the end of the world for VP. It was just the Darkseer loss. They were going to lose the tier 1 mid tower anyways. That was kind of what they traded for the bottom tower, so just slightly too aggressive out of them. You know, farm out a creep wave and just TP himself towards the mid lane. Are they actually going for this Roche play? It looks like they're very confident. Knowing that all those ultimates were expended at mid, they say, let's go for it. Not to mention the cooldown, which was just used in lane at top. Can OG get here in time, and can they even fight this one if they do get here? It looks like...
See a ping from Fly.
I don't know if they even realize this is going on right now.
Hawk is on its way, but it's going to be dead before it makes it.
Smart move from VP. OG, it looks like they were grouping up as 5, ready to go for a smoke play, but it's too late. Already, Roche is claimed, and SF, now the Aegis carrier. Things
Yeah, it
very
looks
much...
like Miracle's going to rush the BKB. Buys the Mithril Hammer.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've had a BKB rush on the gyro, but it feels like there's been a lot of games where it should have been the build. We've seen a lot of gyros lose today. Every gyro lose today.
Yep, every single one so far lost.
And right now, OG looking to break that trend here in the Game 3 decider. Their life at stake here in the Summit 4. Same for VP. Fighting out in the lower bracket. One of these teams about to be eliminated.
It's not looking bad still. Game's still pretty even though VP does get that Roshan
Yeah.
and net some kills and some map control. They get a lot of aggressive wards down.
There's something interesting coming into this game was... Okay, so it was Game 2 where VP... OG chose first pick, and VP initially said, we want Radiant, and then FNG quickly it's like, no, I changed our mind. We want Dire. So It seems they're realizing that the pace these games go at, being on the Dire side, having the Roche advantage does play into their favor. They do get the Dire side again here in game 3.
Miracle close to his BKB, picks up the Ogre Axe, 1200 away. Breaks the smoke. Just passive farm right now.
And that seems like the best bet for OG, that now that there is an Aegis on the Dire side. They've gone for the Midas on Doom, so...
Yeah, they might as well. It
Play the
benefits
farm
them
game.
entirely.
Yep.
Picks up his Tranquil Boots finally on the Doom, disassembles. Maybe he'll go for like a Vlad's this game instead of the plate mail that he did last game.
You have to see if he wants like a smaller, or if he wants to go for like a small stopper farm like that, or just go straight into something a bit bigger and scarier. It feels very much like he will need a BKB as well this game against Leshrac, SF, Darkseer. Very much VP going all in with the early game play. Well, in the front lines now. The Edict pushing down and breaking these towers nice and fast. The counterplay from OG is to go for a tier 2 of their own, but VP aren't stopping. They're looking to break this high ground. SF has a Manta style coming out, and it's going to add some extra oomph to this push.
It looks like Illidan's going for a Linken's or a Lotus Orb next as well.
Yeah, I saw this. Lotus Orb, fantastic. Raw, Doom. There's a lot of spells. Theory, Chain Frost, so you can reflect. Does make it very difficult to use some of these ultimates on the OG side if they've got to worry about a Lotus Orb. It doesn't give you any good stats as far as tanking up in the front lines, though.
Yeah, just a little bit of armor. Oh, fake back.
Uh-oh, OG.
OG looks like they know this.
Yeah, they see no one defending top. They've got to be somewhat wary of this, but the Atos is caught out onto crit. Gets hit by the Split Earth, and he's going to be mincemeat. Brought down, and with that...
buyback. BKB finished up on the gyro as well.
Yeah.
And they're going to do it. They're going to expend it.
They have to. There's still a glyph back available for OG, importantly. Build on the front lines. He'll get doomed up. That means possibly a dead Leshrac. He's the hero without an Aegis. G on the front lines has it, though. Illidan needs to be the target. Can they keep him alive with the heals? The Fiend script going through. Miracle's BKB, but the SF is dead, and Lil finally gets it cancelled. The telekinesis will stop it. SF comes back to life, pops a Manta style. What's the plan here? VP starting to lose heroes left, right, and center. They've taken out 2, possibly a 3rd. G on the front lines. He cannot fight through this. OG have defended their base, taken out 4, including an Aegis kill. And only the Darkseer survives. Miracle with an Ultra kill. That BKB could not have come sooner for OG.
Yeah, the Chain Frost did a lot of work just bouncing back and forth between 2 or 3 heroes. Fiend's Grip grabs the gyro, but he had his BKB on. Doesn't really do any damage.
4.5k damage dealt by Gyro that fight.
Yeah.
No one comes near him.
As soon as the Fiend's Grip went off, it was as the Shadow Fiend was dead from the Aegis. So Fiend's Grip's there, but there's no damage to follow up. Great buyback there from Crit. And he threw his life away. He didn't really care. He was like, whatever, my team's just wiping everybody, and they get so much money on Miracle.
And that's where traditionally Lesh would be building into a Bloodstone now, and having like closer to like 1500 HP there helps him out to survive the Doom. But this build he's going for right now, if you're going for the Lotus Orb, you probably want to wait out the Lotus Orb before you push.
Yeah. Miracle just picked up that BKB, and now he's got a Yasha finish too. Great fight for him.
All right, we'll see what the plan is. VP just say, let's go again. Doom's on, well, not really on cooldown. It's up in 10 seconds. This is
I guess
risky
they feel
play.
like they're on a timer.
There's still a glyph available for OG. They didn't even have to use that to defend with.
Yeah, they've book 3 now too. Doom is up, book 3 is up, Roar is up. They're gonna have Hawk Vision. This
could be a repeat.
Yeah,
SF doesn't have souls as well. G's like, guys, I need to stop up for some neutral creeps here. Gets up to 23, but VP feeling incredibly rushed to try and end this game. I mean, do you feel like it's that urgent for them to push this soon?
I don't know, maybe they just really want the tower. I feel like they're just kind of rushing it. I thought they were rushing it before when they had the Aegis. I thought they were just going to farm and try to get map control, but they really wanted to just go for the buildings after they got a pick off. Not expecting the buyback, I guess.
Now they're going to back off a little bit more. Darkseer's close to a Blink Dagger. Oh, they're just sitting on this Hawk.
Oh no, this could be really bad. Miracle might bait them here.
He's got a BKB, but see if he can get it off in time. Moon there now.
VP.
Picks up an Ogre Club, building towards a BKB. I think OG recognizing, like, we're in trouble of losing a lane of Rack sometime in the next 5-10 minutes. Let's get an early, fast BKB just so we can fight as best as possible. Even Jara going back for an SMY after the BKB, or at least a Yasha. Could be a Manta style as well. But we'll see a smoke play coming out now from OG. They want to fight.
Yeah, they're feeling strong. One more big fight and it could be devastating.
Was that scatter though? Dire did have a lane ward at mid. I'm not sure if that.
We see some pings coming out. The Hawk's flying over.
feels like VP may be wary of this. Did not see exactly the exact smoke location, but it was somewhere near this mid lane.
Yeah, lines being drawn all over it. I think that this smoke was caught. Look at the way they're playing.
Yeah. If it wasn't seen, it's been read.
Yeah.
VP very much playing around the fact that this is likely to have just happened. And well, Radiant Observer will scout out VP now in their own jungle, so OG will realize, well, let's just go back to farming. Next Roshan going to be probably what both teams have their eye on, especially on the side of VP.
Yeah. I wonder if Fly goes to build a mech. He's got a headdress, but he's just sitting on not too much gold for himself.
Will be a Lotus Orb, by the way, for Lesh. Just about has the money for it.
Lotus Orb?
Lotus?
Lotus Orb. Good item. Very good versus side of OG.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
VP's next timing will be with this Lotus, as well as possibly... if they can get a BKB SF with an Aegis on, I guess, the Leshrac maybe is the ideal target, that's when they can take a lane of Rax. And that's something that OG will likely be trying to prevent with the next Rosary spawn.
It's nice now, too. The Darkseer picks up his Blink Dagger, so they have a form of counter-initiate. Yeah. So instead of, the Doom just blinking in and dooming, they can, blink and doom, and then Darkseer can counter-initiate and get, hopefully, a very nice vacuum wall.
Hawk Vision around the Roche pick going to be very important for this OG side. They're going to continue to look to scout this one out, and for VP, a lot of their vision is very much centered around this Radiant side of the map. It's not really prepped for Roshan right now. They've just picked up another ward coming out on the courier, so they'll look to change that and try and deny what vision OG have around that area.
Yeah, let's see how long the spawn's gonna be. Lil's like, come on, be instant, please be instant.
0 sec Rosary spawn. Let's go.
39,
pretty fast. I mean, Lil's just camped in the pit. He is the
Hawk is head up now.
Oh, they didn't see it come in as well.
It'll die. It'll die as soon as the Roche spawns. It looks like.
Will it scout it? That's gonna be the big question here.
I think it's gonna be just missing it because it's got like 13 seconds left. Like now it's like 9. Yeah, it's not gonna. It's not. Gonna
this could be like 2 minutes plus that VP are waiting here. They are all in on this Rosary spawn. Are there smokes on the Radiant side? There is one on the Lich. So Hawk expires.
And
you mentioned it. Lil will scout this instantly. OG are already kind of maneuvering towards this. Moon's really far back, though. He just picked up a BKB. This is a good time to fight for them.
OG's lanes are in fine position. Yeah, they're ready.
Yep. They're going to smoke up. They've got the Doom BKB. Doom a little late for this smoke, and he's going to actually pop his mind. It's going to be greedy. Come on, Moon. You've got to head to the Roche pit. Now's the time to fight.
He's like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, come on, I got a Midas.
Every second matters when it comes to Roshan. VP starting to get antsy about this one. They knew that OG are grouped up, and it looks like OG... They smoke. They know something has gone awry here at the Roche pit. They scout that it's up. They see some damage has been dealt, and they know VP are nearby.
The Centaur in the pit.
Yeah, this is where that mid to late game Helm the Dominator can really pay off in these Roche standoffs. OG have gone full circle.
They got the high ground.
The high ground. G does not have a BKB. The Doom comes out. Uh-oh. G now in trouble. They've already lost the Leshrac with the Doom. Miracle on the front lanes will get a lot of damage done, and oh my gosh, OG have completely swindled and outplayed VP here at the pit. They'll sneak in. They'll take Roshan, and VP...
What a movement. What a movement. They go to claim the high ground, and then they were like, we're just going to wrap around, and boom. Right there, they run into all of VP. Perfect initiation. Doom gets absolute perfect Doom.
Even though VP were smoked, they knew where they were by process of elimination. They're like, well, they were in Roche, because Roche is 2/3 HP. If they didn't run north to their secret shop, the only other place they could have ran is down the river to the bottom lane. So they knew exactly where VP were and capitalized.
Yep. SNY just was finished up by Gyro. He's got another 1,000 gold. Moon just bought a BKB. Now he's got a plate mail. Yep. Every item coming out now. Just the mech coming out for the Lich even on top of everything.
VP didn't even get a chance to use a spell. There was no vacuum wall. There was no Lotus Orb on the Leshrac. Nothing came out. Not even a Requiem. That was just a complete out execution from OG. Fantastic team fight, and well, puts VP in a bit of a rough spot here. Going late game, how do you kind of fancy VP's chances?
It's not looking good.
Not going to look good if Illidan gets
yeah, Illidan's going to get fucked here now. Man, he's just very under-leveled now. He's only level 11 on the Lesh.
And this is not an item build which is going to scale well into the late game. The Atos Lotus Orb.
No, it's
not having like a Bloodstone, BKB Shivers type build.
It almost feels like they don't really have like any damage now. It's just constantly going to be the Lesh getting doomed in these fights. The only way they win the fight is, I guess, if Doom just dies. But he's got BKB. They can't even kill him.
And they haven't got the ability to try and jump the Doom, bring him down fast. Like they don't want to Fiend Script him.
They're always going to have the Hawk for the Vision as well on OG's side, so it's going to be very hard for VP to get any type of initiation. OG has the better initiators because of the Beastmaster as well and the Doom.
That's the thing. Let's say even in the scenario where you take out the Doom at the start of the fight before he ulties, with Raw plus a farm Gyrocopter with an Aegis, I don't even see VP necessarily winning the fight with Doom not used. Blink forward. That's a Lotus Orb. They kind of baited out, though. This could work in OG's favor now. Lotus on cooldown for a little bit longer. We'll get them the tier 3 tower, and they're going to stick around before they suddenly realize, okay, G split pushing. This is the backup plan for VP now. With things starting to fall apart, they decide to fall back on some good old classic rat plays, and Illidan marching forward. There's a BKB Doom. He's going to get the Darkseer. That means no vacuum wall for this one. Moon, he just right-clicks down Illidan on the left track. Darkseer goes down to the Doom in the end. The Lich gets the kill on the Bane. That's 3 dead. About to become 4 with Abaddon dead as well. G's TP'd in, but he's all alone. He says, where's my team gone? I know there's a Rubik top, but you guys lost this 4v4 fight that bad, and all of a sudden, OG.
They can't even get spells off.
It's every time OG getting the better initiation. He will Manta, but he's got a BKB. I don't even see him.
Oh, the boar.
One more right click. They got him. Beastmaster with the Necro Book, the boar, will take him out in his own base. At least 1 lane of Rax, looking like it could well be 2 lanes of Rax, and possibly Virtus.Pro knocked out of the Summit 4.
OG's just looking very good. Their drafts are very strong. I mean, Gyro, not the strongest hero, but they're making it look incredibly powerful.
Break the Gyro curse. Well, they haven't broken it yet. VP gonna hold on out for at least 1 more fight here, it looks like.
Yep.
And VP this game, they had the early game advantage. They seem to be at least decent position, but it's being lost here. Illidan just runs into his own demise, trying to save this second lane of Rax, and he's now dead for 45 more seconds. SF's still dead as well, neither with buyback. It's so hard for them to get kills now as well. You've got Glimmer Capes on the side of OG. They're going to go in for one last roll. Lil gets caught out. There's the vacuum wall, but they don't even get the kill on Miracle. They finally do with the illusions, but he's got an Aegis. He's just going to be coming right back up. They really want to try to get this last melee Rax. Or sorry, the second melee Rax in the mid lane. Miracle, where's the cancel? It gets stolen by Crit. Who's he going to look to use this one on? G, possibly the target for this. Holding on to it for now. Goes on Phobos. Immediately cancelled by the Nightmare. And 11... Glimmer Cape to safety. He's got the gem. He does not want to die. We'll look for the TP out. Where's a cancel? There's a vacuum just in time. They're going to lose a gem at this rate. And they save their mid-melee Rax. It's still desperate times for VP, but at least they make something out of it.
Yeah, that was cheeky by the Rubik, though. He didn't want his Gyro to die. He just kind of wanted to throw his life away a bit, but then he's like, oh, wait, I have Glimmer. I'm good. And unfortunate. Loses the gem, but not the biggest deal for them at this point. They've already got a Rex. They got a tower. Almost 2 sets of Rex finished up. Unbelievable surplus of gold. Vlad's, even a Vlad's on the Lich now, too.
This Slash is just not seen an item in the longest time.
Yeah.
Was looking scary around when the Atos was picked up and just picked up the Perseverance, and then from there, item progression just disappeared.
Yeah.
Well.
And his levels, too. I mean, he just can't fight. It's... He just gets doomed, and it doesn't even matter. It's like, okay, we have the Abaddon to heal you up and stuff, but they haven't been getting the heals off because everyone just dies instantly because there's too much damage coming out from OG. And even if you are healing him, he's still doomed. He's half the damage in this fight because G just keeps getting controlled or bursted down.
VP, it seems like they're just kind of all in right now. No gem on the Radiant side means this Invis SF could cause some problems. It's going to be a smoke play from OG. Have they got detection right now? And they go, they roar off Illidan, they look to bring him down. The Aphotic Shield is there. The Doom out on the Darkseer means no vacuum wall. Once again, Lil will be brought down during the Fiend Script. SF on the back line, trying to do what damage he can, but he's being controlled. He's being Fiend Script up now, and G will be forced to GG out.
Wow.
And Virtus.Pro knocked out.
So much damage between the lineup, too. The Alpha Wolf as well, with the Gyrocopter when he didn't really have too much items, ramped it up, so he gets that. Yeah.
Well, in the end.
That was later on. It just...
Beastmaster, it was...
The way they jumped as well, when VP had the Aegis, it was a simultaneous jump. So Moon blinks in, dooms the Lash, while the Lich just runs in, casts everything. Beastmaster runs in, gets the Roar on the Shadow Fiend. And that was pretty much the game-ending fight. They just threw away their lead. They got the Roshan for VP, but yeah, just great great execution by OG during the team fight, even though the other team had the Aegis.
Yeah, it felt like VP just rushed things a bit too much and didn't really prioritize Illidan's farm as much as they could have.
Yep.
And Lotus Orb feels like one of those items you'd almost rather he go for the back for the Bloodstone or a BKB or whatever it may be that he needs to fight with.
Yeah, he just like kind of stopped, you know, after the 8 toast, like you were saying.
Yeah.
He went the 8 toast and he had the purse, and it just was like he didn't really get anything or do anything after that. But that's also accounting for how well OG jumped them.
All right. Well, we'll be seeing more of Virtus.Pro at Frankfurt. They'll be playing in the major, but they will not be coming to the Summit 4 unless they can somehow make it through. I believe we'll have a redemption vote. So if you're a VP fan out there, you can try and vote them in. But that does it for now. OG will be playing in a best-of-3 tomorrow against Ninjas in Pajamas for a spot in the last final against Team Empire. I mean, OG, I feel like against those two teams, pretty sizable favorites.
Yeah, I'd say so. They've been playing together, too. And Empire, you know, like we were saying, and we saw earlier, they have their new player, kind of shaky. OG's been playing together for a couple months now.
All right. Well, big thanks to Fog for joining me. You can follow him on Twitter at FogDota. You can check out myself at BTS We'll be back tomorrow. There's the Smash Summit going on. If you guys want to try it, watch a new game, you can check out some Super Smash Brothers. That's over on BTS. We're hosting
New game.
New game, yeah.
New game.
I mean, for Dota fans, you may be like, oh, well, it's like I guess a flashback to the past.
Yeah.
Remember that playing on N64, although it's not the N64 version. That was all I knew how to play. GameCube, I don't even know. I think we're on Wii.
GameCube and Wii, yeah.
There's a reason I'm here casting Dota and not over at the Smash House. But guys, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow and check out some of the other Dota. I think Starlight is going on as well. Digital Chaos are playing over there against Elite Wolves or something. Plenty of Dota 2 as always, but we're done here. We'll see you guys later.